Number 6 here at Royal Randwick. We've got the second leg of the quaddie, the first leg of the daily double. We're still racing on the dead 4 rated track. 6 minutes to go. We need to get right into it over the 1,100 metres. There's a quick look at the totes as they stand at the moment. My Vegas is the top one, Rich. Nathan Berry will claim 2, bringing it down to 56.5. Is resuming there on your screen now. What do you make of My Vegas's chance?
Having his first start for Gary Portelli this afternoon. Blinkers off today. Comes off a nice barrier trial win. This horse gets back and will charge home. Good stakes winner on his day. He gets barrier 4. First run for the new stable, but being kept pretty safe here as a $6 chance on course.
Punters, you have 6 minutes of betting time. Grand Rumba is number 2. Grant Buckley is on for Nick Olive. 27 starts. Has had the 10 wins.
Has the run under his belt here as well. Great winning strike rate. Nick Olive, good young trainer down there at Canberra. Likes to sting out of the track. The run under his belt helps. Ego's Dare, he bumped into you last time. He ran well at Hawkesbury on Thursday, Ego's Dare. From barrier 8, just wonder where he gets to. He might slide across to beyond the pace. Look, he's a play here. He's a $10 chance on course.
Timothy Bell's already come up with a heady ride today. He claims 3 on Dorf Command, number 3, and has had 17 starts, Dorf Command, for 5 wins, also resuming.
Smart mare resuming, good mare. 550 out to 650. Comes out of that same My Vegas barrier trial. She led them up there and ran second. Big first up record. 54 kilos suits her as well. Look, she is a real chance here. A class mare. Again, needs a bit of pace on. She's got a big finish on her in a day.
Sectagonal's been around a while. The 8-year-old has had 53 starts. Brett Bellamy takes care of Sectagonal. Adam Hieronymus will be on board. The wide draw, a bit of an issue.
Yeah, I may have the speed to offset that. This is one horse that could go forward. Brett Bellamy doesn't come to town very often, Brett, but he trains a ton of winners everywhere, does Brett. Loves the distance, this horse, and he bumped into a horse called Burdekin Blues at Eagle Farm last start. He won at Flemington on Thursday. He was well held, admittedly.
Yep. 5 is back on top with 5 minutes to go, and back on top is real fitter for 2 runs back, certainly. Terry Jones takes the ride for Mario Caltabiano. 14 starts, has had 3 wins, the 4-year-old.
Yeah, big odds, 31 out to $41. Winker's first time, the blinkers come off. He's had 2 runs back from a spell. They've both been behind Lucky League, so he gets fitter for those 2 runs. He's certainly one for your first 4s, this horse. He bumped into Aichi in the Gosford Guineas last preparation and wasn't disgraced. Certainly for your trifectas and first 4s, you'd give him some consideration.
Rich, I've found one older than Takeover Target, and it's this one. Number 6, Mustard, 96 starts. Rodney Quinn on board for John McNair. Another one that absolutely loves race day.
He probably needs the pace on a bit here. Yeah, look, he's a 12-year-old, start number 97, but he's been a great horse for the connections. He rarely runs a bad race. He was doing his best work late behind Ego's Dare the other day. Again, if he can get a bit of pace in the race, he'll be getting home well, but really hasn't won for a while. A deserved $41 chance.
Rich, international stars here on TVN, and we're going to say hello to our American audience. They're piping in. We say g'day to them, and they're watching the coverage here from Royal Randwick and also from Flemington. Number 7 is Visa Lisa, 21 starts, 5 wins, and barrier number 5 for Visa Lisa to be ridden by Peter Roble.
Yeah, nice mare resuming and handles all conditions, goes well first up. She comes in here off a couple of nice barrier trials, good gait. Noel Callow's in good form. She's a major player here. I left her out in my first 3. I'd have her in for 4th, I'd say. Look, she's a $12 chance. So on course, she's doing much better than across the tote. She's being kept very safe on the tote at $5.70. Goes well first up. In a decent little sprint. She's got to be given a chance.
Real interest around number 8. Let's get to Skytrain, the 4-year-old by Lonhro. There is Skytrain, the 4-year-old gelding. Josh Parr takes the mount for Peter Snowden. Has had just 4 starts, 2 of those wins, and is resuming today. What do you make? Well,
Brad Widdup told us a couple of races back that this horse will probably get back a bit in the run. Barrier 2, so Josh Parr can have him just where he's happy. His 2 wins have come on heavy tracks. That's not to say he hasn't got good ability on top of the ground. We're about to find out. He's obviously very smart. He's the firm favourite, 280 into 260. So, across the tote, you're doing better than on course. 260 for mine is short enough. I like him. I think he can win the race. The odds are skinny.
Gets in light, number 9, Abyssina. Blake Spriggs will claim 3 for Chris Lees. 23 starts for 4 wins, the 6-year-old.
Yeah, Abyssina, the other Chris Lees runner. This horse did a good job at Newcastle last start. Hit the line really well to score. The distance suits this afternoon. The thing is, he carries no weight this afternoon. 51 kilos with Blake Spriggs. He will not know himself, Abyssina. Up in grade, though, tough for Simon, a $26 chance. But if he turns up in the same form as the win at Newcastle last start, there's a bin load of glasses. Feels like it pours on top of us here. Anyway, look, Abyssina, tougher here this afternoon, but some each-way chance probably.
Yes, they've been getting into the sponsor's product well and truly today. Ripsney, the mare, the 5-year-old, there has been money for the 10. Tommy Berry takes the mount for Jenny Graham.
You're not wrong, Frank. 12's into 850. A bit of support for the Port Macquarie mare. And look, a last start, 4th at Eagle Farm in easier grey behind Blue Jupiter. Just wonder whether she's up to this kind of grade. She's a smart mare, smart country mare, excels at the distance, gets it in a lightweight.
They're starting to load quickly. Beau Secret, one of the outsiders. Jay Ford on.
Yeah, first up this afternoon, no trials coming in here, but gets a good run from barrier 3. Robert Price, a very good trainer, will have this galloper ready. Did a nice job last preparation, but bumps into some pretty smart ones here today.
And finally, starring to win, Timmy Clark for John O'Shea, just trimming in shortly.
Wonder where he gets to from that barrier, Frank. Bit of an awkward gate for starring to win this afternoon. Lightly raced, won the 2 from 6. To his credit, he has a win at the track and distance. First up here this afternoon. A couple of barrier trials coming in, so John O'Shea will have him nice and fit for a first up assignment. Has a bit of talent, and there's been some specking there. 19 to 16 for starring to win, but I couldn't put him in the first 3.
Who are you putting in your first 3? Come on, who's your tip?
I like the 8 Sky Train. I don't like the odds. I don't know that he's a $2.60 chance, but look, he's been heavily supported. 280 into 260 is the only one they like. From 3, Dorf Command, and 2, Grand Rumba. 8, 3 and 2, the numbers for me coming into the 6th race here at Randwick this afternoon. They move in well. It's time to go upstairs to Mark Sheena's correct weight is through for the 7th race at Flemington. Purple gets there from Moments in Time and Lady Lynette. Mark Sheen, as I cross upstairs to you, it was great to see the wonderful takeover target in the yard again.
Yeah, he looked in good federal takeover target. Good crowd in attendance to farewell him here today at Randwick, the scene of probably one of his greatest wins. Now they're just about all ready. Last of them moving up into the stalls. Professor Chris O'Brien, AO Sprint. And they're all in. Skytrain the favourite, they're off. And Skytrain jumped out quite well. Ripsney was one of the best out, so too Sectagal and Grand Rumba. Visa Lisa's showing some early speed and then came back on top, not all that far away. My Vegas starting to improve with Beau Secret. Skytrain will rail up and settle about midfield as back on top now starts to lose ground and it's drifting back into the second half, followed by Starring to Win and Abyssina. Dorf Command's a long way back and she's out very wide on the track and Mustard's at the tail of the field. It's a Ripsney scooting away, led by a couple of lengths on Grand Rumba, Sectagonal 3rd. Then My Vegas on the outside of Beau Secret. Skytrain has left the fence, now trying to push out underneath Visa Lisa and is about 4 or 5 off the lead as they top the rise, where a Ripsney led from Grand Rumba, Sectagonal. My Vegas and Skytrain starting to launch its run down the outside and Beau Secret near the inside. A Ripsney still in front, but My Vegas and Skytrain are about to collar it out wide on the track and Dorf Command's right down the outskirts. It's still a Ripsney in front. A Ripsney and Dorf Command. It's pretty close on the line. Dorf Command lunged out wide. Dorf Command's joined a Ripsney right on the post and there in the photo. From 3rd, My Vegas or Skytrain and Mustard running on. Then Beau Secret Sectagonal, followed by Visa Lisa. Then back on top, followed by Abyssina Starring to Win. And at the back of the field behind them, Grand Rumba.
I thought a Ripsney, number 10, was going to hold on, but I think flying down the outside, Dorf Command may have nutted the 10 right on the line. It is a photo, all placings. A Ripsney held sway, Dorf Command with a late rush down the outside. Rich, I thought Dorf Command.
Oh, you've got to give the outside horse plenty of credit, and, well, she may have got there, Dorf Command. If she has, it's been a mighty, mighty first-up performance by her. And a Ripsney is right there as well. It's a photo. We'll leave it to the judge. You have to give the outside horse here, Dorf Command, plenty of credit. We'll leave it to the judge. Nothing in it. Ripsney was very brave. If she's gone under here, she may have hung on. Oh, gee whiz. This is desperately close. My Vegas there. Skytrain just died in his run over the final stages. A bit of fitness maybe running out there, but very, very close this. It's been between a Ripsney and also Dorf Command. A Ripsney leads them up. Well backed here as well. 12's into 850. A few punters hoping she's hung on here. Cruising along in front is a Ripsney. My Vegas comes down the middle of the track. Skytrain in the Daily colours. Visa Lisa can do no more. The widest runner. That is Dorf Command. She's come with the Withering Bursts. They are poles apart. We'll leave it to the judge.
He's got it.
No, Dorf Command the winner.
3 has got it. Dorf Command down the outside. Timothy Bell, another sterling effort by Timothy Bell. Hasn't he had a good day out? And you can't downplay what Tommy Berry was doing there on Eripsney. Nearly stole it, but that burst down the outside. Dorf Command over Eripsney. Sky Train holding on for third. Here we go.
Yeah, up the rise, and Eripsney still travelling really, really well. You thought, hang on, she's going to be hard to catch here. Grand Rumba's had enough by now. Then comes My Vegas down the middle of the track. Sky Train comes in the Daily colours, just dies in his run. Visa Lisa's had enough by now. Here comes Dorf Command. She has a big finish on her, and right on the line, she scores 3, 10, 8 and 1 the numbers in race 6 here at Randwick.
Ahead by a neck. There you go. Ahead by a neck. Perhaps surprising, but again, the outside horse we have to take into account. Head by a neck, 103.92. There you go. And it was more conclusive than many would have thought. 35.13 in the end, and it was Dorf Command, number 3, and a good win there. Richard, got the winning trainer?
Yeah, got Mark Connors here deputising for Father Clary on her day. This mare has a big finish, and we just saw it then.
Yeah, well, he had me a bit worried on coming to the turn. You know, he didn't have much luck from the awkward barrier. You know, all credit to the boy and the horse. He didn't panic. He got it balanced up and she hit the line super.
Talking about a mare that last preparation went through the grades. You took her to Queensland as well for some better races. So always had a pretty fair opinion of her, obviously.
Yeah, well, you know, she sort of come of age last time, and maybe the trip up there's done her the world of good too. So, you know, let's just poke along at the moment and try and win some races.
Well done.
Thank you.
There's Mark Connors, deputising for Clary. Some very happy owners here. Handshakes all around, as there should be. A winner at Randwick, you take that any time. And Tim Bell, will be hearing more of this young man down the track, and we'll have a chat to him for the second time this afternoon. Gee whiz, what kind of a feel did she give you when she let down?
Oh, you know, that was a fabulous feeling, you know. For being 4 wide, you know, it's a tough little mare. She was against all the colts and geldings, but she travelled well coming around the corner. I thought, you know, I might run a nice little place here, but once I gave her a couple of little hits with the stick, then she really lifted out of the ground and come from nowhere. But she's a super little mare and probably go on to win some nice races.
Have you had much to do with it before today?
No, that was my first ride on her, but Clary's been starting to give me a couple of rides, but can never seem to get a barrier draw for him, but it's still paid off being 4 wide today.
Winning double for yourself so far, well done.
Yeah, thank you.
There's Timmy Bell. He's already ridden 1 winner here this afternoon.
Waiters right ahead by a neck, 63.92, 35.13.